reaction is from mature audiences only. So if you can't stand the heat, stay away from the fire.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Channels Live Studios. Man, and if you don't know where that's at, shit, you better turn to your left, you better turn to your right, you better fucking ask somebody. But in case you don't know, and you're just a lonely motherfucker and ain't nobody next to you, let me give you some simple directions. It's just down the street, past the house with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner and ask my man Joe. He's draped in silver and black. He's a gentleman. He's a scholar. Slip him what you should, and he's going to point you in the right direction. He's going to tell you to take a left and then a right. As you find yourself strolling down the damn street, minding your own goddamn business, you got to pass a deep dark alley to your immediate right. Now, as you pass that alley, a cool breeze will hit you that chills you right to your skeletal core. And you'll find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? You goddamn right. Should you venture down that deep dark alley? Well, of course you should. Because what you're going to find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction, and as it is every motherfucking Tuesday, this is the Raider Nation Report, a solid 60 minutes with yours truly, where we get into everything silver and black. And there's a lot to get into. Axes. Axe someone. Sean's got it right there. Let's axe someone. Well, Raiders axed someone today. They axed him, and then they asked him to get the fuck out. Jonathan Cooper, Renegade, your services are no longer needed. Richie Incognito is on his way back into the house. He served his 2-game suspension. He's been let out of the hole, and he will now join the Silver and Black once again. So, Jonathan Cooper was only a renegade to begin with, so I have no idea why all of a sudden now you see, oh, Jonathan Cooper got released. That means we're freeing up a roster space to go out and draft Jalen Ramsey, Jamal Adams. So, realistically, Jonathan Cooper left because Richie Incognito was on suspension status. Means he's not a roster spot. So he's coming back. Cooper, who was just a renegade to fill his spot to begin with anyway, and with the loss of Gabe Jackson, who's also coming back, Gruden said, not this week, but the teasing for next week. So you're going to have both. There's no need to have Cooper around anymore at this current juncture. So you got Ramsey. Keith, what are you throwing Doss around there for? Like he's got any value. What does Doss have to do with that trade? I have to ask that question. Everybody keeps throwing Doss's name around. Doss is the 2019 version, obviously, of Chris Warren III. He's the name I'm going to hear all fucking season. Well, what about Doss? What about Doss? There's a reason he was on a fucking practice squad. Just because he was on a reality TV show and did okay against third and fourth string defenses doesn't mean he has any fucking value. He doesn't have any value. He was making less than $500,000 on the practice squad. I mean, that's okay money, but nah, for a regular schmo, but not for a professional football player. No, I don't think he's got. That dude's not a bargaining chip. You bring him to the table, we're gonna get laughed at. We don't want that guy. They're gonna laugh at you and be like, "Hey, we're up here trading fucking jewels. What are you pushing chicken nuggets out here on the table for?" Now, Jalen Ramsey, he's a talented defensive back. Let's not. But man, we just went through months of fucking drama queen central, being up in the house with Antonio Brown. We want to bring something like that back in. Can we put a no bitch clause in the contract? Is that legal? Can we do a fact check on that? Somebody, we need a fact check over here. Can we do that? Can we put a no bitch clause? We'll sign you. We'll trade for you. We'll pay you, but you're not allowed to bitch. You got a fucking gag rule. You got a no bitch clause. You sit on the sideline, you be happy, motherfucker. Cash your check. If he'll come and do that, bring it. But if you're gonna come, no. If you're gonna come and be what you already are, no. Oh, he ain't worth 2 first-round picks. If they're talking 2 first-round picks, fuck that, man. You take that and your crack pipe right back on down the fucking street. Whoever's thinking about trading 2 first-round picks for that motherfucker, I don't know what you're smoking, but god damn, you need to put it down. Good lord. Hell no. 2 first-round picks? Fuck, I didn't see that shit. Fuck, that's hiring giraffe ass right there. Check it out. Use that. Save some money. No. No way. No way I'd pay that. No. That's way too high. So, you've got 2 disgruntled defensive backs out there. You've got Jamal Adams. Now, Jamal Adams seems to be flying a little under the radar. Everybody seems to be honed in on Jalen Ramsey because he's the sexier name. He's the star name. Nobody, gives 2 shits about Jamal Adams because he's a fucking Jet. Nobody cares about the Jets. The Jets are pathetic. God damn. Poor bastards, man. Lose fucking one to mono, and then the other one goes out there and gets his fucking foot put on backwards. And Le'Veon Bell's crying on the sideline, being, I sat out a whole year for this shit. I sat out a whole year. A whole year. Just to be a Yeah, that plan worked out well, didn't it? Who the fuck was fucking... My God! Who was consulting you? Well, some fucking move. Nice career move. Way to go. I'm gonna sit out a year, I'm gonna make less money and go to a shittier team. Okay. Was that your mission statement that you sat down and wrote out with your agent? Let's see. What do you want to accomplish by this holdout, Le'Veon? I would like to go to a worse team, one that hasn't won for decades, and I would like to make less money. Who the fuck was advising that? That totally blew the fuck up. That totally blew up in his face. But, no, so Jamal Adams, Jalen Ramsey, they're out there. I don't know. I've heard rumors that it's down to Jalen Ramsey's down to selecting between the Raiders and the Packers. That I heard earlier was going to the fucking Chiefs. And they're all from these, they're all from these nobody Twitter accounts that, fuck. You gotta check that shit from somebody reliable. I mean, for the most part, usually what we put up on here is from pretty reliable sources. We try to run the shit through several filters. We don't just grab something and throw it up. But, we're throwing out whatever the hottest rumors are, those too, so. Oh, I'm getting there, man. What do you think I'm rocking the jersey for? We're getting there. Oh, yeah. We got time to go, my brother. We got time to go. We got 48 minutes. Clock's ticking. So, what? Yeah, I heard you. We gonna go for one of those guys? I don't know, man. We'll see. The next 24 hours is gonna be interesting. If you're gonna get a move, you're gonna get a move probably tomorrow. I did hear the Titans also, Ryan. You're gonna get a move probably tomorrow if a move's gonna happen. Otherwise, you're just gonna have another disgruntled fucker that's just gonna have to ride it out. To me, you got a former safety in Adams that would that help fill in for Abram? I think we're okay at safety, and I really think we're okay at corner. Guess what happened last week in the second quarter? Yeah, I mean, obviously that happened. We all seen that, but I also seen that same secondary allow 0 points in the second half against the same goddamn, the same fucking guys with the same attacking offense. So it was more poor communication, because if those guys were running wide the fuck open, it wasn't like there was a guy running next to him and these guys are pulling away from him. They put some juke on him and left him. There was bad communication, fucking not in the right place, out of position. Guys just were running fucking open. That was bad, obviously, but did you not? The second half, man. The second half of the NFL game, when a prolific offense typically steps on the gas and just fucking goes for your jugular and rips your fucking throat out, we said, whoa. They came out, you just put up 4 touchdowns on a team. Racked up 4 straight touchdowns in a quarter. And you go into halftime knowing you're coming out with the fucking ball. You know if you come out and you put a touchdown on the board, this shit's over. You don't think they were coming out confident as fuck? Our defense bowed up and held them. Gave the ball back, and what was that, a 77-yard drive? Taken down inside the 10. And then one of the worst interceptions I've seen in recent history. It was a pretty bad one. It was almost like we don't want to score. Here. I didn't even know what to say when I saw the play. I was just like, we didn't run. That's what we came up with? All the great offensive minds on the sideline. That's what we came up with. That was it. That was the play. Man. I don't even know. I don't even know if even the flag I don't even know. It was just a bad call. Bad call, bad execution. Should have checked out of that. Should have done something, man. Should have ran the motherfucking ball. Should have ran the ball. You know, come on. You're down there. It's first. Let's pound that thing in there. Sometimes you just got to take it down to the basic elements of football. You just got to get a little bit, man. You just got to get across that line. Get behind your hogs and push that motherfucker. You know, let your running back, Marcus Allen, all the Bo Jackson, those guys, they made their living and lived and died inside the 5, diving over the piles, finding that hole, wiggling through. That right there, that was the turning point of the game, man. That's right there when the other team had momentum. They had the big monster, man. They had momentum on their side. They had everything, and you were taking it from them. You were taking it. You had started taking it in that drive, and every first down you were taking it back more and more and more and more and more. And if you go down, you punch that motherfucker in, and it's 17-28, middle of the third. Especially when, you know, they got the ball back, the defense held them again, and they punted again. So given the fact that on the back end your defense was going to stop them, you score that right there, man. That's the turning point of the game. That's the turning point of the game. And, you know, as much as at some point, DC has to find that next gear, man. He is a great quarterback. He is a great NFL quarterback. But there are only so many quarterbacks in this league that get that E word, man. Only so many of them. And to be elite, you can't have that happen down there. You just can't. So, it's early in the season, man. These guys are still young. He's learning the way to hook up with these wide receivers. And, you know, you still got the debate. Does he have that true number one? I think J.J. Nelson would help. Is he the savior? No, I don't think there's any savior coming in. But I think the talent that this team has is as a whole. And when that it's missing parts of that, you're missing chunks of talent. I think, yes, if you had J.J. Nelson in there to throw in some speed, but he would be a great guy on a quick slant. He's super fast on the cuts. It's just, he's got to find that next gear at some point. I believe it's there, man. I believe in the kid. I have for years, since he's taken the snap. But I don't take that argument, man. I don't take that argument. He doesn't have a true number one. Fuck that. Go look at the wide receivers on the roster for Kansas City and tell me that that's stocked, man. Tell me that that's stocked. Yeah, I do have a couch for sale, the one I banged your mom on. You guys are weak, man. You're back this season with the same lame-ass, fucking tired-ass. Man, that ain't funny, man. You guys tried that shit last year. Whatever. Nice shtick. Get out of your mama's basement. It is what it is, man. I think with due time, the season's gonna come around. Like, we weren't crowned Super Bowl champions when you won in week 1. You're not the worst team in the league when you won in week 2. Actually, check this shit out. This will shock you, Raider Nation. This will shock you. Because ESPN has given the Raiders zero fucking love. None. The entire offseason. They've done nothing but shit talk, done nothing but fucking, you know. And then the rankings of the ESPN Week 3 power rankings. The Oakland Raiders have moved up from 23 to 22. We've actually moved up. A pleasant surprise. Josh Jacobs has proved to be productive, they say. The Raiders started out fast. They even acknowledged the defense and how well the defense has looked. Benson Mayoa, 3.5 sacks. 50 who? Yeah, we don't need that, motherfucker. We'll take your picks, thank you. We pillaged. Check it out. Use that. Save you 20% of your cheddar. Official sponsor of Raider Reaction. Check it out, check it out, check it out. So let's move on, shall we? That's enough rumor talk and fucking pipes and fairy tales and riding on fucking unicorns and sliding down rainbows and shit. Most likely we're not getting Jalen Ramsey. I would say you're probably not getting Adams either. So, but we'll see. Stranger things have happened. I'm not going to go in there and just, hey man, tomorrow, you said it wouldn't happen. Yeah, well, stranger things have happened. Man, I know this badass dude out in Vegas that hooked me up with this hat, man. I heard he can fucking, man, he knows his way around the kitchen too, I heard. And let's move on. Gabe Jackson's on his way back. Enough about guys that we hope they're coming here. What guys would know are coming back. You're probably going to see Gabe Jackson next week. You're not going to see him this week against the Vikings. But I feel positive about the fact he'll be back next week. You got Incognito coming back this week. And that's big, man. Incognito is a solid NFL talent, Pro Bowl talent, anchor inside your line. Right next to the best goddamn center in the league. Richie Incognito, yeah. I mean, he loses his mind a little and, he might want to cut a head off here or there. But, let's remember, this guy is an offensive lineman in the NFL. He's not wired right to begin with. So, a little psychosis to get me a W, I'm okay with it. A little insanity to keep the quarterback upright, I got no worries. It's cool. Just don't murder anybody in silver and black. And we're good. That's it. I'm fine. He's a Raider. Nobody gave a shit about Lyle Alzado when he's beating people to death. Nobody cared about Matt Millen. Fuck it. I don't care. It's football. It's a violent sport. Fuck it. He's fine. Montez Burfict, same way. These guys are... it takes a certain breed to play this violent game. I don't want to deter that. I don't want to deter it. That's what makes him good. Trent Brown's supposed to be good. Ariel's right. Trent Brown's supposed to be good. I've heard positive things about Josh Jacobs. I think they're just taking it easy with him. And Tyrell Williams is supposed to play as well. So it sounds like, the drama that you heard yesterday is working its way out. As well as the injury front, anyway. Of course, we saw the big loss of Jonathan Abram. Losing him in week 1 was a blow, but, we've dealt with that. We've processed it. I saw Carl Joseph flying in again. Eric Harris, LaMarcus Joyner, we just got to get a little better communication back there, and I think we'll be all right. Worley and Conley were out there pretty much the entire game. On defense, I think they played damn near all the snaps at corner. They were out there pretty much the whole game. Barring the second quarter, man, where the fucking bottom fell out in the second quarter. This is supposedly, right now by ESPN's power rankings, this is the second best team in the league. Behind the defending champion Cheatriots. You held them scoreless for 3 quarters. You held them scoreless for the last 2 quarters, which is huge. Because a team like that, when they're stroking like that, man, you expect it to just get ugly in the second half. When I was there just when I was there, Ariel, I've seen you mention that comment about the stadium. When I was there last week on my way back from Monday Night Football, or the week before, when it was, on my way back from Monday Night Football, they were just starting the first row of glass on the one side, and I could tell that it was going to go up quick, man. That's the type of activity on the construction schedule that'll move fairly fast. And, yeah, man, that's a beautiful place. If you are flying through there, you're stopping in Vegas, you got a layover. I just had a layover, man, and I caught a ride from my brother-in-law, and he took us over there. And I got to walk all the way around it and get up on the overpass, take a picture, man. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing to see. And I work in that field, and big construction like that just gives me a fucking stiffy anyway. Walking around there, it was awesome, man. It was so awesome. See everything tagged with silver and black. To see, just everything tagged with silver and black. The construction trailers tagged. It's just badass. It's badass. I ain't gonna lie. It's a fucking thing of beauty. It's gorgeous. And man, I can't wait till that motherfucker's done. I can't wait. That thing is beautiful, man. And the good thing is that we're gonna finish out the rest of this season. And the best thing that came out of the Chiefs game, Raider Nation, by far the best thing that came out of the Chiefs game. The greatest thing. I will never, ever, ever have to watch the team that I love play on fucking dirt ever again. By the time they get back from this road trip, the baseball season will be done, the dirt will be gone, and we will never, ever, ever have to watch our beloved Raiders play on fucking dirt ever again. I hate it. My sister, who's not a football fan at all. She's casual at best. She'll watch a football game. She watches, she's more of a college fan. But she'll watch a game. And of course, she flips on Monday Night Football because she knows her brother and her nephew's going to be there at the game in the black hole. So she flips it on. And she's like, why are they playing on a baseball field? I've never seen a team play on a baseball field before. And it just made me grind my teeth. Just made me grind my teeth. I'm just like, There are people still to this day that turned on Monday Night Football and thought, what the fuck? Why are they playing on a baseball field? Listen, I'm glad that's never going to happen again. Ever. And it should never happen now in 2019. I mean, multi-use stadiums died. They're a fucking dinosaur. They've been dead forever. And, we've strung along. Ugh. But no more. No more. No more, no more, no more. So, what was your biggest takeaway from the Chiefs-Raiders game? That we're not where we should be? I would say that's my biggest takeaway. That we're not where we should be yet. That was a good gauge. I think we came out a little high after the Broncos game, on a little bit of an emotional high, feeling we were just a little better than we probably were at this juncture of the season. But the greatness of this Raiders team is going to be built during the journey. The story is going to be written through the growth of this team as it goes through this season. This is such a new roster on both sides of the ball that this team is just going to get more comfortable and gel a little more week by week by week. I feel that we just got to tread water, be in the conversation through the next handful of games. I really do. We got the bye week in week 6. If you can stay in the conversation through 5 games, if you can be 3-2 going into your bye week and in the conversation That's all you need to be. We need to come out of this long road trip treading water. We don't play again at home until November freaking 3rd. November 3rd. That's a long time, man. That is a long time. It's September 17th right now. We don't play again until November 3rd at home on home soil. You got 2 road games. Got to go to London. And then you get 2 more road games. You know, that London game, that's a home game now. You know, it just happens to be, halfway around the fucking world. But that's a long time. That is a serious boning by the NFL schedule makers.
What?
Yeah.
Loser.
Fuckers. Totally hosed us. Totally hosed us. But it is what it is. So you got to come out of that. And it's a favorable schedule when you come out of that. You got the Lions, Chargers, Bengals. Lions, Chargers, Bengals, Jets. If you can be in the conversation, even around 500, coming out of that difficult road stretch, now you're looking at a favorable stretch down the road. And this is where I believe the 2019 season's won. Adversity, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, man. And I think battling through this road trip, having to be road warriors for a month and a fucking half, I think it's going to be good for the growth of this team. And you're going to see it in the second half. You're going to see it in the second half of this season. I really believe that's where it is. Now, if you haven't joined the official group of Raider Reaction yet, it is the 2019 season. You need a place to air your grievances. You need a place to get it off your fucking chest. You need a place to post whatever the fuck you want. And we offer that to you. Just like this is my uncensored forum, we provide you your own uncensored forum called The Dark Side, the Raider Reaction Empire. Just click on the group tab on the Raider Reaction Facebook page. Click on that. You'll find our Raider Reaction Empire Dark Side group. Make sure you join that. Answer them 3 simple questions. I believe one of them is, this isn't a group for sensitive bitches. Are you a sensitive bitch? If you're not, just answer appropriately and move along. But they're very simple. Answer those and you're in the group. But there's another group in there as well. While you're there, check out Prison City Raider Nation. My homies up in New York State. Katie Raider, Billy, and the crew. Check that group out, man. Get in there. There's a solid group of diehard fans of the Silver and Black as well. So check out both those groups. The official group of Raider Reaction and a group in the Raider Reaction Alliance. The Dark Side Alliance. Prison City Raider Nation. Join them up as well. Make sure you check out our website, RaiderReaction.com. And of course, follow us on the Twitter, the Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we do live premiere, the shows that we stream live here. We premiere them shortly afterwards live on YouTube if you get a chance, if you do miss it. We also run a live watch party shortly afterwards for those of you who missed it as well, if you would like to view and chat along with those others that are watching the rerun as well. Now tomorrow, Prime will be joining me. We'll be going through our picks from week 2. As Big L, Prime, and myself have been making all of our picks. We're tied currently coming into week 2. The Twitter is a slice of awesomeness. You are correct. The Twitterverse. I'm not much up on the Twitterverse, but, I'm on there, so, follow us. 2 blocks from Caesar's Palace. Good Lord. You smuggling home showgirls every night, ain't you, Ariel? You slab dog. Now, moving on. We've got to talk about what's coming down the pipe this week. And let's dust them off, man. They've been sitting at the kitty table so fucking long. They're old. They're dusty. They're crusty. They're nasty. They're purple. Little kitty table dwelling motherfuckers. We're coming to your house. You know, your fucking bird killing house. We're coming up there to your new Metrodome. You know, you tore down that motherfucker. It didn't have no fucking banners in it. Now you got a new one. It ain't got no banners in that bitch either. It ain't ever gonna have no banners. Kirk Cousins ain't getting you some fucking... They ain't getting you shit, Kirk fucking Cousins. It was a cool little phrase on a t-shirt. That's all you're ever gonna be, dude. That's it. You're a meme. You're a gif. That's as good as you're ever gonna fucking be, Kirk Cousins. Fucking Vikings. No. We're not losing to the Vikings. I have been to 2 games in my football career as a fan. Watching the Raiders lose to the fucking Vikings. I am not a fucking Vikings fan at all due to both of those games. One of those in the Metrodome, and me and that section of fans, we had a lot of words on my way out. I was not a happy camper that day. And that section knew that they did not have any banners in that fucking shitty-ass Metrodome. I let them motherfuckers know on the way out. Every fucking purple-wearing motherfucker I seen. And then I take my son for his first Raiders game ever. Ever. It's historical for me and my son. This is something I've, forever. Got front row right in the end zone in Oakland against the Vikings. And we lost. Man, I hate the fucking Vikings. Hate them with a passion. So I'm sick of hearing about this defense. I'm sick of it. Sick of hearing about it. How many Super Bowl appearances has this great defense vaulted these guys into? They haven't. You know, we'll try Case Keenum. We'll try this guy. We'll try that guy. Fuck it. We'll try Kirk Cousins. Let's spin the wheel, shall we? On the roulette wheel of quarterbacks, and let's see which one pops up. They've been spinning the wheel up there trying to find a winner since fucking Fran Tarkenton, and they ain't found one yet. It wasn't Randall Cunningham. It wasn't Dante Culpepper. Shit, it wasn't even Rich Gannon back in the day. You're not going to get it done. And you ain't going to get it done with Kirk Cousins. So, even before preseason started, I picked this one as a W. Week 3, head to Minnesota, play the Vikings in the first road game of the year. W. 2-1. Now, here's where my picks get interesting. Because I seen James Rader throw up his, we're going into the bye week at 4-1. And yeah, I was thinking to myself, I know I didn't have us picked at 4-1, but I had to quick glance at the schedule. And when I glanced at it, I saw something that jumped and made a twinkle in my eye. Kind of like the Grinch, he's looking down on fucking Whoville. About ready to go fuck some shit up. I got that twinkle. Like, I forgot. Captain Neckbeard is gone from the Colts. Interesting. I thought that was going to be a tough game. Now, things have changed a little. They're not the same team. I'm glad that, they've done okay so far. I think it's not the same team, though. It's not the same. It's not the playoff team that it was before. Not even close. So now you're looking at, I really feel we can beat the Vikings. I feel Derek Carr can match firepower with Kirk Cousins. I feel our defense can get to Kirk Cousins. And if you get to Kirk Cousins and you rattle him, he's definitely not. He's not one of them E-name quarterbacks. He's definitely not of an elite class. Not even fucking close. I don't care how much guaranteed money you shoved up his fucking overpaid ass. It doesn't matter. You can keep pounding it up there. Shove quarters, nickels, whatever you want. Who gives a shit? Doesn't matter how much you shove up there. Doesn't make him any better of a quarterback. So I'm not worried about him. And then you've got the Colts with that neck beard. And then you look at the game, man. Week 5, and I thought this is one of those statement games. And I felt this was a statement game all along for the 2019 Oakland Raiders. I just felt that this was a statement game all along. Was this Week 5 matchup in London against the Bears. You got the Mac trade. You know, these were the two guys that were supposed to be your core of the team for the future, facing off against each other for the first time across on other opposite sides of the ball, literally, one going after the other. This is the game where Gruden has to show everybody, this is what I had in mind. You see it? And I really felt this was a statement game. So, if you go and you beat the Vikings, you've got now a wounded Colts team. Is that... Is that... Am I talking myself into 3-1? Going back to Cali. Safe travels, brother. I don't think so. It's interesting. Because now, you look at that Bears game and you're like, damn, if you go in, you beat the Bears, and you got a bye week going into week 6, you're coming out at the Packers, at the Texans. Like I said, man, above water. I like it. I really think all you got to do is come out into November in the conversation, head above water, and that's where you start to hit your stride. And that's where you start to see this team. They're not as... They've done all right, Davin. I will give them credit. I was very surprised the way they played in week 1 and gave the Chargers a run, but then again, I don't think the Chargers are as good as everybody thinks they are. Like I said, I did give them credit in the first 2 weeks, but I don't think they're going to sustain. They're not going to sustain that. I don't think so. Not with that guy at the helm. He's not the guy. He's not the guy. He's not the guy. Check it out. Check it out. Use that. 20% off your order. Follow us on Instagram, to Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, like and follow us. Invite your friends, your family. Everybody needs a little more silver and black in their life. This is our mission statement to paint the world silver and black. So please help us out. Help a brother out. Hit that share button. Use your thumbs for love. Now, did I just talk myself into a prediction of 3-1 and then 4-1? It's possible. See, this is why you can never give up hope. You know, you're walking out of a stadium and you just seen your team lose, and you're losing your mind, and you're like, man, it's over, man. We look so bad. No. You got to dust that shit off, man. It's a week-to-week thing. Just sometimes you're going to roll the dice, and it's going to come up what you want it to come up every fucking time. And sometimes you roll that shit 100 times, and it ain't never going to come up what you want. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. It's sports. But history is proven in the NFL. The teams that have the best success are the teams that get hot at the end of the season. It's great if you can get hot and just run the fucking table the whole season all the way through. Fucking, you're just running out in front of everybody and fucking, everybody's behind you all season long. You go win the Super Bowl. But when does that ever happen? That doesn't happen. Teams usually stumble a little bit at the beginning. Then they start to get a little, they pick up a little steam, and then they're grinding and they're getting it by the end of the season. And then they go into the playoffs hot, and those are the teams that have the best success. Those are the teams that have the best success. It's a long season, man. NFL seasons are grueling. Grueling. It takes you 10 wins to get in. I think there's a possibility that you could even get in at 9. I haven't predicted at 9-7 and in with the final wild card. And looking forward to that showdown with the Chiefs in the playoffs. That's what I'm counting on. I want a showdown in Arrowhead. Fucking bring all your bitch ass fucking red and yellow Ketchman mustard looking motherfuckers. Bring it all up in your loud ass stadium. Go ahead. Bring your fucking decibel meter. Tell me again how loud it is when we come to the playoffs and kick your teeth in. That's what I want. Somebody bring me that shit for fucking Christmas. Start my new year off with that. With fucking going into Kansas City and getting a playoff victory. That's what I want. That's what I want. And that's what I see on the ultimate possibility of the horizon. So it's the greatness of this 2019 team is going to be in the development and the growth of this season. This story is going to be written week by week by week by how healthy we can stay and how much we can grow and gel as a team. The health of our young running back, Josh Jacobs, is immense. This kid looks like the real fucking deal. He is ranked number 1 rookie right now. He's ranked the most, what was it? Pro Football Focus ranks him the number, I don't know. Fucking he's the number 1 on all these fucking shit. He's the number 1 fantasy dynasty rookie to draft. He's, this is why I traded my fucking boat in my fantasy league to draft him with the first overall draft in our dynasty keeper league. I think he's legit and he's going to pay off in over the long haul. I think we'll see, man. We'll see. The one thing I can say about Josh Jacobs is he's never had the wear on his body that he is going to have this season. So this is really going to be a big test. Can he handle the wear of an NFL season? That's the biggest question. It is a groin injury, David. That's the rumor I've heard as well. And groin injuries are tricky, man. If you've ever had a groin injury, it's a weird spot, especially for a running back who uses a lot of lateral movement. It's not a fun one. It's about as tricky as the hammy. And either one is just not good when you are a skill speed position. That's a tough one to get, but hopefully it's been light on it this week, and hopefully we'll be good, man. We need him against the Vikings. With just Richard and D-Wash backing him up, I really honestly thought that we would have went and picked up a veteran name somewhere along the waiver wire when all of the cuts happened, but it didn't happen. So Richard, the fucking fumbleitis showed back up there again right there at the end of the second half the end of the first half going into the second half there when they brought him in. I was like, oh my God, you cannot fumble right here and give them a fucking another touchdown. And thank God he got the damn thing back, but that was almost fucking catastrophic. I'm not sold on the backups we have. I really thought they would have kept one or the other, not both of them, and you would have brought a different type of back in to back up. So basically you got 3 guys that are all kind of the same body type. They're a little on the smaller side. And, where's your banger? Where's that guy? You don't have it. You don't have a jackhammer type back that even to bring in for when you need one. Your fullback's not that either. Ingold's not that. So, I don't know. It's a little interesting, and that's definitely it's a cause for concern. Health of Josh Jacobs is a big cause for concern for me. because he is a key to success for this team this season. And if he can't be available and be on the field, especially already in week 3, I'll be concerned. But all I've heard has been positive, just being safe with the kid, and I expect to see him against the Vikings. And I expect to see a W, man. I expect to see a really good and a really driven Derek Carr this week. I really do. I think the fact he broke Snake's record and didn't get the result that he wanted, I think that galls him a little bit. So I think you're going to see a good Derek Carr. What? Oh, yeah. So, did I mention we have a sponsor here at Raider Reaction? Check it out. Use Commish 81, 20% checkout on your order. RaiderNationStore.net. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Like, follow, share. Just come hang out. Every night, 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern, same Raider time, same Raider channel, right fucking here. Of course, go hit the group tab, join our groups, join the Dark Side group, join Prison City Raider Nation. You can get a little bit of, solid diehard Raider fans, and then a little bit of just fucking complete uncensored insanity over in the other one. So, that's what it is. Now, I like to finish every one of my solo segments, and specifically I always like to finish my Raider Nation report with a special little segment that I like to call What? The WTF. Now, my WTF for this week, and football is getting to the point where there's certain things that happen in the game that you have to do in order to actually play the game. Like you have to come in contact with the other person to get them physically to the ground. The player is not deemed to the ground and considered down until they get to the ground. Until you take the other person and put them on the ground. Until their body, you take another person who is moving at full speed and you need to get them to the ground. It's not an easy thing to do. There's a reason these guys are paid millions of dollars to do exactly that. Just get people to the ground. Now, we watch penalties and calls like we seen during last week's game with Mad Max accidentally pushing off with just a little too much force to get himself up off of the ground and getting a flag. Now, you didn't get a flag for late hit. You didn't get a flag for falling on the quarterback. He got a flag for the way he pushed himself up off of the quarterback. Now we're just getting to the point where, really? I just don't, and you get these calls against the defensive backs. Now we're challenging fucking pass interference calls, and you can't even breathe on a quarterback. You can only hit him on this little ass window, and you got to put your head to the side, and you can hit him, but if you hit him, you can't fall on him. And if you go to fall on him, you got to make sure you roll off to the side, before you even touch him. So you got to hit the guy and then pivot and turn and not land on him, because how the fuck these guys run? These guys are, most of them are fucking physical specimens. They're bigger than most normal men. They're stronger than most normal men. And they run like fucking deer. And you think these guys can change their trajectory on the fucking... Dude, they're not playing in the Matrix. Alright? These are human beings. And the way they're governing and officiating, the way these guys have to play now, it's fucking ridiculous, man. They're turning it into two-hand touch, flag, football. It's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, how do you even explain it? I even said it last night. I was trying to explain it to my son. He's like, what was the penalty for? Well, it was a late hit. I don't even think they called it because he fell on him, because he was blocking himself, but I guess because he pushed off on him. And he just has this confused look on his face. Hell, I'll say it for him. He was thinking, what the fuck? The fuck was that? Man, I say it again. I stand firm. I'm behind the movement. I champion the movement. Motherfucker, I started the movement. Make football violent again. Make football violent again. It used to be a thing of beauty, of violent poetry. Now you're turning it into some video game shit. What are you gonna have them start doing fucking? Every guy's got to do a fucking Fortnite dance when they score a touchdown? I mean, seriously. This is a violent game. Make football violent again. Knock on wood if you're with me. Thank you for joining me. And yes, Sean, sometimes in life, violence is the only answer. Thank you for joining me. As always, Raider Nation, I appreciate any time you spend with us here. If it's a second, 5 seconds, whatever you spend, that's your precious, valuable personal time, and I appreciate any time you spend with us here at Raider Reaction. Without you, we would be nothing. I'm just some jackass talking to myself. So thank you for joining me, each and every damn one of you. You guys are the shit. I appreciate. I'll be right back here tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. Prime's in the house. For Ghost to the Post, as we're dropping back deep in the pocket, letting it fly league wide. As we gotta rip through our picks, touch on the hot news, all the crazy shit that's going on around the league, and then rip through me, myself, Big L, and Prime's picks, and see who's leading the way after 2 weeks as we go into week 3. Until next time, same Raider time, same Raider channel. I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.